Hi buddies, hope you're doing fine. In this series, we will discuss about the important one words from the Romantic age. If you are ready, let's get started. Who is known as the peasant poet John Clare, which works has been called the Magna Carta of Romanticism, the lyrical ballads, who said the following words: There is providence even in the fall of a sparrow, Keats, who said of Keats that he was shoved out of an article, Byron, who said poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings, Wordsworth. The Romantic period is characterized by return to nature, who defines Romanticism as the renaissance of wonder, Watts Dunton. Name the critic who defined Romanticism as the addition of strangeness to the desire of beauty, Walter Pater. Which forces influenced Romantic revival in England? The philosophy of Rousseau and the French Revolution of 1789, which quarterly founded in 1802 and patronized by the Whig Party, maliciously attacked Wordsworth, Coleridge, and other Lake poets. The Blackwood Magazine. The first poem of Wordsworth is Descriptive Sketches. Coleridge, Christabel was published in the year 1816. Christabel is in the meter form of octosyllabic couplet. Coleridge, Kubla Khan was published in the same year of the publication of Christabel. Which poem of Coleridge is incomplete? Kubla Khan. Which is a dream allegory? Kubla Khan. Coleridge's Remorse is a play. Coleridge produced Remorse on the recommendation of Byron. Which newspaper Coleridge produced in 1796? The Watchman. Which Coleridge work of Coleridge was published posthumously? Table Talk. In which chapter of Biographia Literaria Coleridge criticized the theory of language of Wordsworth? 14. Aids of Reflection 1825 is written on the subject of philosophy, which is a satire on the style of Pope, English bards and Scottish reviewers, which is the first work of P.B. Shelley, Queen Mab. Shelley's Alastor or the Spirit of Solitude is a spiritual autobiography. Which poem of Shelley is based on Aeschylus, Prometheus Unbound, who was presented by Shelley through a character in Julian and Matt Byron. Which poem expresses Shelley's revolutionary political views? The Mask of Anarchy, 1832, which is a classical elegy on the death of Keats written in Spenserian stanza, Adonis, 1821. Shelley's The Defense of Poetry is a piece of criticism. Keats was very much influenced by Spenser and Leigh Hunt. Which poem of Keats is partly based on Drayton's The Man in the Moon and Fletcher's The Faithful Shepherds, Endymion, 1818? Which poem is based on Burton's The Anatomy of Melancholy, Lamia, 1819? The last volume of Endymion was published in the year 1820. Keats' critical views appear in his letters. To whom Keats dedicated his poems? Leigh Hunt. Who wrote the biography of Byron entitled Life of Byron? Thomas Moore. Leigh Hunt's well-known poem is The Story of Rimini. Who wrote the novel Sir Rolf Asher? Leigh Hunt. John Clare's famous poem is Poem of Rural Life and Scenery. Which poem is written in Christabel meter? The Day of the Last Minstrel, 1805. Kenilworth, 1821, deals with murder of Lady Leisure. Who wrote the life of Napoleon? Sir Walter Scott. Johnson wrote the lives of poets. Who wrote the life of the novelist? Sir Walter Scott. The selfish and vulgar character John Thorpe appears in Northanger Abbey, 1818. Who wrote short stories for children entitled Simple Susan? Maria Edgeworth. Which is the finest work of Edgeworth? Castle Rackrent. Who had joined the East India Company? Thomas Love Peacock. Thomas Love Peacock has a close friendship with Shelley, who was admired by Scott. Washington Irving. Who is known for Leatherstocking novel? James Fenimore Cooper. Who is the fellow pupil of Charles Lamb? Keats. Mary Lamb appears in Charles Lamb's essays under the name of Cousin Bridget. Charles Lamb's The Old Familiar Faces is his well-known poem. Which critical work represents minor dramatists? Specimens of English dramatic poets. Who wrote on the tragedies of Shakespeare? Charles Lamb. Who wrote Recollections of the Lake and Lake Poets? Thomas D. Quincy. Which is the best known work of William Hazlitt? The Spirit of the Age. Walter Savage Landor's poems are modeled on the classical influence of Milton. Who writes Never Saw the Mountains? Charles Lamb. Who defines Romanticism as the Renaissance of Wonder? Wash Dunton. Name of the critic who defined Romanticism as the addition of strangeness to the desire of beauty, Walter Pater. Matthew Arnold observed about Shelley's poetry that he has not only enlarged our conception of nature, he has extended the circuit of our spiritual adventure. Shelley's The Revolt of Islam was written in 1817 under the title of The Cenci. Who wrote Our Sweetest Songs Are Those That Tell Our Saddest Thoughts? P.B. Shelley. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you're having any suggestion, let me know in the comment section. We'll see you next video. Tada, bye bye.